Gaylin is brought to you by Man to Man, a sexual health campaign croia ag an Gay Health Network I go fort leis an HSE.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Táisc be géisteach le Gaylin, your favourite bilingual podcast with Kieran, Cian and Cathal is a Rasharish.
Exploring the worst, weird and wonderful of Gná Hahi an Tail.
Na rudí is massa, is ashtí agus is einty of life as we know it.
Putting the gay in Gaelga gach seachtain.
Meet your new gay besties. Díomh agus fáilte ar sin Gaylin lumps a Kieran.
I'm Cathal. agus is Misha Cian.
I'm also Cathal.
He's stealing my thunder again.
Don't mention the thunders.
Oh. For our audio listeners, I just made a cross with my fingers. Lads, how are we?
Come on.
I'm like, so, like, I don't know.
Do you know what it is?
I'm
It's
full of
because
spunk.
it is shocked on the Costco and you've had too much chocolate.
Yeah, that's
That's
it,
what it
actually.
is.
Yeah.
It's all that delicious palm oil filled Cadbury's chocolate it's got you.
I actually can't.
Roasted.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. What's your favourite chocolate?
Oh, Cadbury.
Yeah, Misha.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of, because it's just gone like so flavourless now, I'm very much a Lindt girl now.
No, go ahead. I like Cadbury Golden Crisp. No, Cadbury Mint Crisp.
I just like buttons.
The little bit of
Yeah.
pedophiles in the middle.
A bit of PFAS.
Also, I love how like obviously love the wokeness of it all, like Tony's Chocolonely, but like it tastes like,
I like Tony's.
it tastes like advent calendar
Oh,
chocolate.
can you mile them on, do you know, like knee fader, eat
Oh, that they're all the same. Yeah.
They're all
Well-
such awkward angles. And I know why, and ain't team leis on like
Yeah.
Sprukata Aku.
Came for?
It's like to show the inequalities in the chocolate industry.
that's
That's
similar.
why they're all weird shapes.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, it's so hard to fucking eat.
Yeah.
Because then like I'll just break off a square, but then like 10 break off.
Like, oops.
Gourmet Barra Chocolate, Tony's Os from
Oh yeah,
Monzo.
they're a partner.
The Dany, and yeah, it was cute, but like
It's just,
it's
yeah.
just yeah,
Imala.
it'll do. Like,
Yeah.
kinda like- but we got some nice messages in this week
on.
from our hundreds of thousands of listeners.
What do we call
which
this?
was pretty good.
The Galen Jerk Circle.
The Garden Jerk Circle. Yeah.
spell a mention.
We're going to open up our mailbag. But we got a nice one from
Our ball
a friend of
bag.
mine.
It's mostly
Our
females,
ball bag.
though.
It's mostly female. Well, no,
Well,
this
actually, only a
I've,
Shinker.
I've got a little bit of
Yeah.
a balance. But I got a message from my friend Clara, who I haven't seen in a while, friend of the pod now. She was like, I'm sorry for missing or like not being on board with it from the start. She hadn't like seen all the episodes, and she was like, I've binged everything now, absolutely obsessed. She was like, love the dynamic, love the three of you, the sass out of you, the bitching out of Cian, and the absolute comedy gold from Cathal. I think he'd be a top dinner party guest.
Go
So
on.
there you go, you're getting invited to the cookout.
Lucky me.
And Cian's just getting told he's a bitch.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, what's new?
We're
new?
all bitches.
Then Colin, another famous handstanding friend of the pod.
Colin McRagnall.
He texted me, he knew, because I haven't actually seen him in a while, and he was like, I feel like I see you every week because I'm just catching I know everything that's going on in your life, but you don't know anything that's going on in mine. I'm like, that's why we need all of our friends to start podcasts.
Yeah.
Well,
The more bilingual podcast, the better, I say.
Tom Cartash.
Absolutely.
There's no gatekeeping in this space. Everyone, as long as you're encouraging Nigiliga,
Yeah.
I'm Salsta. I've got a bit of an update as well. I think we mentioned him in the last episode.
We did.
He used to be a regular, like,
yeah.
but the Francock texted me out of the blue the other day.
There we go.
And said, "Hey, are you in Valtrens?
Because it's European Ski Week.
Gay European Ski Week." I was not there, but he obviously asked me because some of our friends are there too. My housemates are there, and I was like, "Oh God, blah blah." I didn't reply for 24 hours, but then we were getting talking.
Sorry.
Am I bored?
Kieran just did the biggest yawn ever.
I've just been having a shit week. So when this came out, I started spiraling because I was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna try get with one of my friends," and some people in that group probably would get with him.
Some.
All.
Andy was like, "I'll push him off the cliff. I'll make it look like an accident."
Only if there's someone on the other end from to land on, I'd say.
But basically, so I don't know if I told you. Remember, I was like, when we started talking to each other, and when we were at the very start of us meeting, he was like, "Oh, I'm moving to Ireland after my studies to."
I thought you were about to do a French accent.
I'm moving to Ireland. How do you say to study English? Yeah, I'd say it that way. Yeah. Oh, very nice. long story short, he's decided he's moving to London instead.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is Enoch dumb because I was like, I don't want you in this fucking city. And I said that to him. And then he was like, oh, what do you mean? Like, I thought you did.
And you're like there, aren't it?
Yeah, so I'm like, I like the idea of dropping into him and like disrupting his life, but I don't want him in my life.
Okay, yeah.
And because I was like, oh, Dublin, Casey is small, blah, blah. So I was like, sorry, the point I'm making is
Oh, there's a point. Sit tight, listeners.
basically he was like, oh, I was like, oh, I'm glad you're going to London, not Dublin. He was like, why would you like care? And I was like, I don't want you in the same city as me. And he was like, I thought you, but so you still like me? And I was like, no. And he was like, so you hate me? And I was like, no. Well, both of them are kind of partly true. But then I was like, basically
You need to decide if you're wanking or crying over this man and just settle on it.
What's
One
wrong-
liquid only.
what's wrong with
sad
both?
wank.
Use your tears as the lube.
But Gabonistock, he's moving to London, so I will potentially bump into him again, but not in Locklear.
Well,
so
I'd say he's
that is
definitely
good.
going to, because I know from what you've told, he lives fairly, like, not rural, but like he's moving from a rural environment to like the biggest gay city in the world. I say he's definitely going to hang on and wait for you to come over for your monthly visits.
Is
to
he
London.
from the Feen Tour in France?
Yeah.
Good
He's going to
man.
be getting his French kitty cat passed around London.
And that's okay with me.
And
As
that's
long as
that.
it's not by people I know.
The croissants are going to be Sarah and Ashka in London.
Oh, lads.
But the exchange ended in him being like, that's a bit like thing. Like I pissed him off basically. He was angry
Yeah.
at me, and then I just sent an emoji that was like,
So if you need more tips on how to have
how to lose friends and alienate people.
yeah, or a couple style breakup relationship fight with someone that doesn't like you back.
I've been there.
But yeah, the Francock is not moving to Ireland, so that was always in the cards.
But he's
it's not
always
anymore.
floating around. He's an ever-present character in the Galen.
And thank God, we need the
universe.
content.
Yeah, it's someone actually was aiming. Another friend of the pod said to me recently that yours is the Francock and mine is the Crumlin Shopping Centre because that has
And
come up
Cahill's is-
quite a few times. Cahill's is sex
Normanton.
in the forest, I would say.
Trying to keep my legs closed.
Yeah, and I'm doing not so bad lately.
Yeah.
Slightly better. Anything from you, Cahill? Did you have an exciting week?
No.
What fish did you have for dinner this week?
Coley.
Oh, do you know, I do like a bit of cod. Poor man's cod now, but not bad.
Yeah, poor man's got
Smoked cod, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I chopped the top off my finger, but that's about it.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cahill booked.
Yeah.
But I had someone.
No fingering for a week now.
For a wink.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get that infection now.
Oh,
Gangrene or something and set in.
Oh, that's exactly what we need.
At least it's the middle one, so every time I show people, I'm like, up
yeah,
yours.
you won't be flipping the bird to anyone now for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, thank God. Well, I had a little bit of help sewing it up, so.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a little bit of help with finger, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Don't need that
Save
either.
that for the bonus. So, lads, will we jump into this week's episode?
You.
It's time to grab your favorite bunny because it's chocolate season, baby. Easter is a coming. Okay, lads. Tá sé now chun ar ábhar na seachtaine agus. An tachtain seo, it is seachtain na Cháisc. Easter week, everybody.
I've seen the Cháisc of lads.
The holiest time of the year, some might say.
Holy.
Oh, oop. There's basically lots of holes around this time of the year, so watch
And
out.
all of them are Cahill.
And Cháisc is upon us, and of course we are going to get into the worst, weird and wonderful of Easter this year, or this week, this year. We're here for a whole year. It's a really long episode. But we're going to start off with An Rud is Massive. So lads, what is your worst things about Easter? What are the things that just make you rah?
First off, like the Hivica Cháisc, like Easter eggs that people
Really?
that are like overdone.
Okay.
Like Nismo, like they're like so, like people who are buying fucking like,
50 € Easter eggs. I
Yeah.
see it on TikTok.
yeah.
but like these like Nadini or TikTok or this Instagram like a thing of like Easter basket for my boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what are they called? Boo box? Oh, that's
That's Halloween. Yeah. There probably is some sort of absolute wank name though for the Easter one as well.
Yeah,
I'd say.
like
I'm like, it's what Jesus would have wanted.
fucking no. That's pants and wants in my head.
Yeah.
Buy him a Cadbury egg and give him a blowy. Like,
Well, not Cadbury egg anymore because if he
Ew.
wants chocolate, he's not getting. Cadbury has gone to the dogs.
They're not allowed to call it chocolate anymore.
No, it's muck. It's palm oil that's
Yeah.
dyed brown. Absolutely gross. So, like, bring back chocolate. I would
like
say.
never vi med Nisoga vi Nismo, Nis Blosta, Nis Sira. They were cheaper.
Yeah.
Like everything.
It
Like,
was just milky or chocolate.
yeah.
like
Bring it
no,
back.
yeah. Like I love an Easter egg. Don't get me wrong, but it's the fact that they've gone to like such shite.
It's making it so easy to stay on my diet, honestly.
Well, actually, I just random nostalgia. No, agus méag fásta níos, bhí allergy ag madrothar agus ní raibh sé in shocklád it.
Oh, really?
So every Easter, my mum had to like fucking think of ways to make it special for him. So he used to get like, kind of get like a boo basket. It was like an egg-shaped thing that broke up open, and there was lots of jellies in it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Because he used to like, shit himself if he had chocolate. But then he just grew out of that allergy. Not what she should coat.
Yeah, was it like the sugar? No, maybe the dairy.
Maybe the dairy. I feel like a lot of people are lactose intolerant without even us realising.
Chocolate is hard on the stomach. And or no, do you ever eat chocolate when you have like a little ulcer in your mouth? Oh my God, it's like eating a razor blade. Like so bad.
Is Funrum like Costco like Nestle? They're really.
But Galaxy is technically Nestle, no? It's Mild Galaxy.
No, they're Mars.
Yeah, they're Mars.
Yeah.
It's Nestle like fucking getting a
walked past
Kit
that
Kat one.
Honestly, girls, it's all second place to the Lindt bunnies though. I want one of those up my arse at all
same
times.
team.
Yeah, same team
I
fresh.
think they're overrated.
Oh, I'm such a Lindt.
I
Like
like Cadbury's every day, like a mini egg or just a Buttons one.
Yeah.
Slap me over.
I would say my worst thing, obviously, I mean, chocolate's gone to the dogs, but like the Ruddy Crediv, like just the whole religious part of it, right?
Now
and
talking.
like just nalebedy, right? Great word I saw on TikTok the other day. He was like his favourite word in the Irish
He has me
language.
blocked and everything.
And he was
Me too.
What a rat bag.
well,
Who are
only-
these haters?
Only I saw it. Hey, but it's like another word for gobshite. But the gobshites that come out of the woodwork, I would say around Ash Wednesday, and they're like walking around the street with the ash on their head, and all of a sudden that they've read every prayer and they're like posting their favorite Shliach as an Nible passage from the Bible.
Oh, when they have it in their Instagram bio with the little cross emoji?
with the cross.
Jail.
Yeah,
Like-
but tá sé ancutínta further down like Ladani, like people
Nicky
turning
Minga.
to Jesus, being like he's the one and only. He
It's
helped
either
me through this,
it's either
like-
Jesus or High Rocks these days, and I can't decide which one is worse.
I don't know. I don't get it. I read something. I seen a TikTok. Agus vi Didi grow like, oh, people turn to God when they've done something really bad and they need like forgiveness from him because they like. And I was like, because Nicki Minaj obviously is like cancelled AF now.
And that is the truth. Like, I have no problem in principle with people having faith or like religion, right? But it's 99% of the time people use religion as an excuse to enact their bullshit
Be a fool
opinions.
whore.
You know, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
like
be a fool whore.
it's what Jesus would have wanted. Let's limit the rights of women. Let's limit the rights of, queer people or whatever it is. And it's all in the name of like
Jesus H. Christ, knee cap him.
this lad who's not real in the sky, like.
Oh,
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Jesus is a black.
Have you ever seen is it Trixie Mattel who's like and she's like, it's like, oh, well, what would Jesus think of this? She's like, well, Jesus isn't real and I am, so
He's calling on touche though, like the incense smoke. Do you ever get that? Do you ever smell that?
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
put
yeah.
mass child? I love
yeah.
that.
I will
smell.
say one thing, and I think the Met Gala they proved it a couple of years ago when they did the whole like Catholic Church theme. One thing I will not take away from the Catholic Church: the style and the iconography. They are drag queens, baby.
Yeah.
And speaking of drag queens, actually, just really my arm if we show, but on Will, we're here, Fekiagui. It's like Queer Eye, but drag queens.
Oh
yeah.
no!
So I was watching it, and ein team lat Biognach on Tamar Fod model of Christianity and stuff. I hate organized religion. Gives me an absolute ick, and unfortunately, I find it hard to respect any religious person because of my traumatic past with organized religion. But there was an episode of that. They were in the Deep South, and the three drag queens went to a church where they're like, no, we actually live the teachings of the Bible, and the Bible says nothing wrong about gay people, and they're all welcome. They welcome three drag queens to perform at the mass. And it's so, I actually started crying watching it. I was like, God, my relationship with God and Christianity would be so different if it was like this.
I'd be so
That was the
irrational
first time I
fucking
ever was
mass.
like, wow, I actually respect you as a religious
Yeah.
body.
Same.
But Christianity in the fucking bin.
Tá, like, sorry, I've scared you gone, but tá downach na Palma ag tús na seachna in Holy Week, so you've Palm Sunday, and like on Taffrin is fada. Like, it's so long, the Palm Sunday Mass is so long, but ag Darren na seachna, we have Ina an Cháisc, which is Good Friday, and that Mass, I don't know if you've ever been, but it's really long. So mom, in Portlaoise, mom found like a little smaller church that was like, oh, they're going to do the Mass really fast. Like, we'll go in and get out.
Do you still go to mass like currently?
Like, I'd go to Mass if mom was like,
I haven't been to
there's
Mass in
something on,
years.
like.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, this is when we're growing up. So she was like, there's Mass that's really short. But I don't, do you remember this? I'm going to have to think. So we went. And anyway, on Rodis Massa is on like kissing on Cross Cháisc, the crucifix.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You had to walk up during Good Friday Mass and kiss the cross.
Oh, COVID-19 having a fucking field
That's
day.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So the worst part is when you bend down to kiss it and the woman
priest-
just cleans it with the cloth and then the next person goes.
Oh my God. When you think about mass, there's so much of it that like in the post-pandemic world that won't survive. Like the handshake, and I think that's gone.
That is gone. You just do
the
away
drinking
from
out the
it.
communal
That is
cup
so
of wine.
stupid.
That's gone. Even keeping people in close quarters, and predominantly all people that cough and sneeze everywhere.
Oh.
Like it's just a bit of a hotbed, isn't it?
If you share like on Lois Massa, me and Ron used to be like shaking in our boots, getting ready to go up and
I know.
that was the first Willie I kissed was Jesus on the cross when I was like 14 and you're like, "Ooh,"
I'd
and-
say he was hung like a pie ball. Jesus definitely had a massive willy.
When he was like a
He's
fine,
a priest.
he was kind of a hot
Carpenter's
Middle Eastern
son,
man,
like,
wasn't he?
tradesman.
Oh my God, he was a tradie. Oh my God,
his dad
imagine
was a carpenter, wasn't
Imagine
he?
him
Was
with-
he one too?
Imagine Jesus with a
Yeah.
burst fade.
and a pair of Snickers trousers.
Oh my God.
honey, I will be back in the church. Like,
I'll give you more than 10 Hail Marys.
Yeah, like a pencil in his ear. Do you know, like a real like.
oh yeah. He'd look and he'd go, "You've had some cowboys in here."
You might make it us a cup of tea and you just see his crack.
No, stop! I'm getting a bit hot. in the
God, so
collar.
am I. So actually, just Aaron noticed, show. Lent is obviously a huge part of the Christian
Lent.
Easter. Lent. What?
Lent.
8 inches.
Like that's in Jesus' cock.
To Cliha Agam, our bar lib. So would you rather?
Okay.
So we're going to play Would You Rather. Would you rather give up this or that for Lent?
Okay.
Lent.
Lent.
What?
On Cargus.
You're throwing a little H on the end there.
Lent.
I can't speak. I'm from Wick City. On Cargus. So, our bar lat Ishka te sa ki hawkins. No gok sort juk shakas ishka hawkins. So you can only have cold showers or you can only drink just water. No other liquids. Like no coffee, no
Only have cold
alcohol.
showers.
I'd only have Ishka. I'd be happy enough for Ishka.
Yeah, I'd be happy enough with Ishka. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You take cold showers for the.
I actually,
How long are you-
I
is
have
it
a
4
cold
weeks,
shower
5
every
weeks?
so often, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Is this just
For all of Lent, you have
Irit
to.
Lent?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
just-
it was like forever.
No.
I
Yeah,
know.
me too.
I know. I'd go give it. I could do the cold showers and stay in the pints.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Have
Okay.
a pint in the shower.
Easter weekend is a great one.
Na man so shielta akent no igdulamach. So you can't be. It shouldn't be a no joke. So you have to come off social media for all of Lent or going out, and that includes going out for food or for drinks.
Well, I don't do the social media anyway, so.
Yeah. Jeez, Cahill has been putting our Lord and Savior to shame.
That's why I've been doing it. It's for Lent.
Yeah,
I
I
give it
would
up for Lent.
say I would probably the going out. I would probably manage. I don't know. No, I think
I think you give up social
I think
media
I'm
pretty
supposed to say social media. So
No,
I'm going
I
to say
couldn't
social
give it
media.
up. Social
But
media
it would
for me.
be a bit of a stress. I mean, considering my job is 99% social media,
I was
it
like-
would be a lot of time off.
Okay, because in Cian Dernach, bar lib sunos a akent no gok sort bia shakas lecha a akent. So I was deliberate when I said sunos, which is an orgasm. I didn't want to say masturbation or sex. I'm saying all encompassing. You can't do any of it.
Yeah.
Or you can only eat porridge. The whole month, every meal is porridge.
So hang on.
You can't have sex or wank. Is one.
But I have to eat porridge if I don't.
Yeah.
So I can have a wank, but I have to eat porridge.
Every meal has to be porridge.
Girl, pour it up.
Yeah, call me Goldilocks.
call Dr. Quaker. I'm ready for those oats.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
And all three of the bears are Kieran.
Yeah, honey, absolutely no. I wouldn't even get past breakfast. No way. Oh my
Okay,
god.
single.
I just for context, I have never eaten a bowl of porridge in my life. I find it revolting.
This crawling me.
I for some reason when I thought about this, it was porridge leishka ni few banya. So have you ever had it with? It's obviously way tasty with milk.
Yeah.
So,
It's dirt.
No, I don't like
am I
porridge
allowed like a
overnight
spoon of
oats.
Biscoff in it?
No, it's literally. No.
Sorry. Do you think that's what Jesus said when he was halfway up the mountain with the crown of thorns, going to have a spoon of Biscoff on the way?
Jesus falls for the third time and takes a shot of poppers.
My favourite passage from the Bible, Jesus wept.
Is that? Oh yeah.
It's the shortest passage in the Bible. It's like, I can't remember the exact number of it, but it's just Jesus
God, I
wept.
say that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I am. a
You're
bit of a
quoting the
Christian
Bible.
girl.
You're like
Oh
Doc
my
Cotton
God.
out of EastEnders.
Listen out now. Sin. Fucking hell, lads. Galen is brought to you by Man to Man.
Man to man. Sounds like a bit of me, girls. What?
Toga bugay lads. It's Factus Sláinte Gnéa say man to man, a sexual health campaign. Cruhia Egg and Gay Health Network. Go for it on HSC.
Oh my God, I'm Meg with your Grey's Anatomy.
Ní bheith a lúiseán ach, sé an spruc acu de ir a mín gnéis acu le fear ella, Kinty ólacha a dhéanamh maidir le gnéas. Because informed sexual decisions are what? Sexy.
So, whether you're gay, bi, trans, non-binary, or exploring your sexuality, they're here to help you with free, factual information and support.
I'm actually the noun far. I'm she dumb.
Sadly, they can't help with finding a boyfriend, but the mantoman.ie website and socials provide clear, accessible, up-to-date info about STI and HIV prevention and sexual health services.
Mar hampla, an roi's a gweib go bhfuil PrEP, PEP agus vaccini ar fáil séir in Ashka. Yes, free, trína survey she's launched a Fibly. Gaffa.
So they're basically your sexual health gay bestie.
Sinnig Dírach. Man to Man run national awareness campaigns which are designed to reduce stigma and promote positive sexual health for all men.
Go on, sign me up.
And find out where to get tested, how to protect yourself, and how to look after your sexual and mental health at mantoman.ie. Now is féidir iad aimsú ar TikTok no Instagram at mantoman Ireland.
Agus big é seach le gélinn, thosca meg me grind ar leid na gnéis galéir gach ille seachtain. Mwah.
This show is part of Headstuff Podcasts. Here's another show you might like.
Hello, we're Kevin and Jason from Cháisc History, and we're back with a new season.
This season we'll be tackling big topics like St. Patrick the Snake Man, George Best, the Barcelona Football Club, the census of 1926, and 1916, 110 years on.
So at Cháisc History every Tuesday on headstuffpodcast.com.
Okay, lads, on the road is Ashti of Easter. Cosca, her Cosca.
I think so, like on Queen na Cosca, like the Easter Bunny. I think that's just so fucked up. Like on Akatu,
An adult-sized rabbit.
yeah, like on Akatu Hop the movie. That's so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
and he's just like breaking into people's houses. No, I don't think.
Have you seen, like, I think the costumes now have gotten a lot more cute and like cuddly, but have you seen, like, say the costumes in the 40s and 50s?
Yeah.
And it's like
Haunting.
a flat, unpadded costume with like a hand-drawn mask and like a child absolutely
Screaming.
like skebleh, like absolutely like she's gonna like her heart's gonna jump over her chest in fear, and it's this like pointed teeth Easter bunny that like is meant to be a cute. It's even like there's like the old Mickey Mouse costumes from back in the day as well.
Joe na fest Mickey Mouse are like Shrod Grafton. Like,
Yeah,
they look
yeah.
like crack addicts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so scary.
But like Nadine Agdane of like on Toriacht na Hivica, like Cosca, like older people doing Easter egg hunts as well. Like
With their kids.
yeah, but people who don't have kids.
Oh, they're the same as Disney.
Oh,
adults.
I knew you were gonna
I'm
say
like,
that.
get the fuck, what?
So on Blin Chicacha ag Darren Eger and Dara Shachna Sierra Bank, so like the Easter Bank holiday, Makara Aiden. So he rinne like on Toriacht Livica, but like without the eggs, and it was with Smirnoff Ice. They were just hidden all
that's
around.
funny. It's
Like
Smirnoff shit.
Irihan Rave Juckana, like we had like Smirnoff Ice hidden all over the house, and you had to open it and down it as soon
If
as
you
you
found
found
it
it.
back
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Sorry, Tasha on a crack.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
so
want
much
to
fun.
Give
Well,
me
to be honest,
that.
I'd also love a bit of chocolate thrown in there.
Oh, it's, he'd be going around with a snack belt to just do the search around the house.
Aaron noticed in door two Quinine Nakoska. I didn't actually realize. Like all my content online is like sex and like
Yeah.
Guelga not for school. So when you say quinine, I immediately go to
Oh.
vagina.
Oh,
So I was
quinine.
like, an Easter vagina. What is that? That's the punchline.
Oh,
An
okay.
Easter vagina.
It's so quinine
Quinine is slang for a pussy.
Oh, so instead of pussy, we say bony like.
Yeah.
So, okay, wow.
You could also say pusheen, which is literally
Yeah,
a pussy
yeah,
cat. But
Yeah.
pusheen or quinine. Quinine I like. It's more
Quinine
poetic.
is so cute.
It's kind
isn't
of
it?
it's kind of glam like.
Yeah.
But then Quinine
I don't
Acosta,
have a
the
pussy,
Easter
yeah.
vagina.
Yeah, the
Very-
Easter vagina.
very
The Easter vagina.
Well, lads, I have been looking around the world for the material,
Oh,
or
go
footing
on.
them down even, for some weird Easter traditions, right?
Oh God.
So we're going to start with on rank, of course, because you
Oh my
know,
God, it's been ages.
Yeah.
we
friend.
haven't mentioned the beautiful country of France in a while.
It's equivalent on
But
Francock
they make,
now.
um,
Like,
Can I actually can I just detour
No, you
slightly?
can.
The Francock is away skiing this week. I'm sure you've seen it on his Insta Skelta. And I was like, God, like it really just hit. I was like, God, the last time I was skiing and the last time he was skiing, we were like, Kayla.
Last time you were
Oh,
skiing.
yeah.
It kind of made me sad, weirdly.
Yeah, it's like he went back to the scene of the crime.
Kind
Is it
of,
in
yeah.
the
No, it's a
Osh
different
Canaan, no?
place, thank God.
Okay.
Anyway, Reynolds. So rank.
On rank, okay, they make a massive omelette on Ivagan Moor, right? Luan Cosca, Easter Monday. Brishin Conahori Ho, so Ho is like the name of the town. Niasmo nach Heran Lila Cui Cade of Ibana Ulvor, Con omelette Cosca Ulvor, a yen of a
Like a
Rasaline.
communal.
A rash is Mila dinner.
That'd be so hard not to burn.
Yeah. So 4,500 eggs into a massive pan and it makes an omelette for about 1,000 people. So legend has it that Napoleon Bonaparte and his army once passed through the region, with the general staying at a local inn and enjoying the omelette there so much that he ordered all of the eggs in the village to be collected so that the soldiers would enjoy the same delicacy the following day. So bhristian na hivica a gach teilech sa strádváile ina díthe maidin agus bailíonn siad le chéile sa phríomh cearnóg áit in dhéantar the hivica a cócráil an lón agus dún dinner. So
eggs for breakfast.
So eggs,
I love eggs. It's fucking gradam.
Yeah,
they are so
So
versatile.
they break all the eggs in the wrong gaff, and then they I don't know, they must bring it in like a jar or something down into
Sorry,
this
no,
massive
big caramel. Like, no.
No.
Who eats that many fucking eggs?
It's only 5 eggs per bloke per day.
Who eats that fucking many eggs?
You're 19, shut your face.
That actually originated in Ho, is it called?
Ho, yeah, Haux.
Jojoba.
Okay,
4,500 eggs, sorry, the egg fart.
I get the
show.
egg ache when I eat too many.
it's gradam.
Grim. Okay, so the next one is Níl chuine Papua, so Papua New Guinea. They don't do eggs. They don't do
Who?
Papua. They cough the back, right? So ní bhíonn mór an úsáide the Shockloid in Newfory te Papua New Guinea. So they obviously can't eat, like chocolate isn't really a thing there because it's bleeding, boiling. It's too warm. So mar sin is cuid dá géalúir iad crán na cáisce in it, right? It's they have this kind of Easter, like trees are part of their thing instead. That's kind of their celebration. So instead of sweet treats or colourful decorations, people dress up their trees with tobacco and cigarettes. And Ida Usaj Mar Unid's Araha Riven Kosh, they use them as places of worship leading up to Easter. Okay. In churches, Takran Vyoga Masa Lobati Tabach Agus Twisini. So they decorate the trees with like sticks of tobacco and
So it's a chwilligan egg, like carved the back.
yeah, they're handed out after the Easter service and they're basically smoked to celebrate the resurrection. So
Wait,
So when people say God hates fags, they've never been to Papua New Guinea.
yeah, he hates fags, but he loves an old major.
He loves a
green
rollie.
major.
he loves the John Player Blue.
Yeah. But he doesn't never buys his own.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going next to Nahilon Ilipinanache. They have a Cháisc crust, so crucifixion on the cross, okay? So in the Philippines, some devout Catholics have taken to the practice of self-crucifixion and self-flagellation with bamboo whips on Easter. Their thinking is that it helps to purify them and cleanse them of the sins of the world. So Tan Aklish Catholic Rabonic Tarish an Clactus Iultu agus Tá sí géirí gníomhach a yeishraga mahalo hober cartnachta. So they're basically like the Catholic Church are like, stop doing that and do charity work instead. They kind of they crucify themselves and like they'd be
To death.
yeah, sometimes, yeah.
They'd be crucifying themselves.
Yeah,
to death,
I mean
so
they nail themselves to crosses and stuff. Okay, our next one is this is I think maybe my favorite one on Urua, right? So Norway, right? So it's Corachta na Cháisc sa Urua. So they like it's crime time, right? This is the big time of the year, crime time. Corachta.
Crime.
Right? Crime
Like
time. Yeah.
like crime
so Easter
call.
time is crime time in Norway, right? So Creilin Chanel Telefisha Chlor Corachta agus a sheeter a lawn or scale to blockturach the nua. So like it's like a big time of the year for like crime television shows
Drew.
and books and all that kind of stuff.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
And they call them Pusker creams, which is like it's basically means Easter crimes, right? And they come out Derek Riven Koshk, right? So they show all these brand new shows and they're all timed, like loads of these new books are all released just to come before. And basically people across the country lock themselves in their mountain cabins and spend the weekend with like whodunit television shows and books. Even the milk cartons carry short detective stories on the side during the season. So Sfraga on Feynman phenomenon. Right, Seo de bhar an tóir olmhór a bhí ar urscéil Corachta in Milani Cade Fihe 3, a bhí sitcha ar Ian Bergen. So basically it all kicked off in 1923 with this massive crime novel that was like released. They basically
He
released
written a Cháisc, like.
they released the novel and took out a lot of ads about this really famous train right at Easter weekend, and people thought that the ads were like real news because it was like a front page newspaper. Right? And it kicked off this massive sales for this book because it was like a massive publicity stunt, which when you think about 1923, to be pulling those kind of stunts is very clever because that's kind of something we'd see now.
Yeah.
But they took out like a front page news ad and made it out that this train had been robbed. And then it just kind of kicked off the tradition. And now it's like, it was so believable that like it could just got massive attention. It's one of the best selling books in Norway. And now every year they're like, that's part of the tradition. So they love...
It's like a massive book club.
Yeah, and then this one isn't not very woke. Okay, so in Public na Secha Agus in Slovak, so Czech Republic and Slovakia, they have a bit of whip cracking. So Mas Banhu, and you find yourself in Public the Czech, no, on Slovak, on Luan Koshka. Again, Easter Monday, it always seems to be very weird. It's perhaps best to stay indoors. So local men and boys roam the streets with gaily decorated pussy willow switches, okay, usually adorned with ribbons.
like a pussy willow switch, like a switch from a tree.
Yeah, looking for girls to lightly whip. The whipping is not intended to be painful, but instead it is meant to encourage good health and beauty. Darnawi Ton, try the shoon, can spell like an ish. Like, that's not.
It's frowned upon now.
Yeah. Like, but I mean,
Hitting a girl with a stick to knock some beauty into her eye, I assume that should be
fucking
frowned upon.
Yeah, but
nonsense. Gotta be with the days when you could hit a woman with a stick and make her better looking.
But Ton switch size.
I promise it'll make you more fertile.
Ton switch like size yolk, no? Like the little small tin yolks.
You're asking the person who didn't know what ag science was 3 weeks ago. So
I've never heard of a switch.
Like when our parents were growing up, they used to like their parents be like, go out and get a switch till they bitch you, like.
That would be me getting my Nintendo from the garden. So let's go. Sorry.
No, I think
then-
that was a big thing in.
Was it?
Never heard of it.
Okay, if you've ever been beaten with a pussy willow,
Or have you beaten your pussy willow? Let us know.
And then on Count Darnock, you know, I always like to finish in Éire, obviously in our beautiful own country. And this is a Sucred de Scadon, right? Which is a funeral for a herring.
Oh.
Okay, which sounds like the kind of title of like a really famous book or something, doesn't it? But Lent was obviously used to be a really, really, like, was taken way more seriously here, lol. Meat was off the menu except on Sundays, and there was fasting and abstaining on Fridays. So all over the country, like butchers, it was a bad time to be a butcher during Lent because no one was buying mint.
Yeah.
A bad time to be a
Bad
butcher,
idea.
right? But they used to raise collections and stuff for the local butchers in order so they'd get through Lent, right? But up to about 100 years ago, groups of butcher boys and their followers would parade with dead fish tied to poles, singing and shouting until the local river was reached to basically, like, it was the end of having to eat herring. Herring was like the simple food that they would eat throughout Lent instead of meat. So what they would do is have the funeral for the herring to be like, fuck off. And then they would say, sometimes a lamb carcass, suitably beribboned, was hoisted aloft and carried back into the town and solemnly roasted. So this was like a big thing of to be like, oh, meat's back on the menu, lads.
I wouldn't touch a lamb if it hadn't been solemnly roasted.
And yeah, or beribboned.
I love lamb.
The young, though, this sounds like a bit of you now. The young butchers pranced about in celebration at these mock funerals of fish being dragged along the streets. No more herrings. W. No more herrings.
Please, Mama, can I have a
No
have a ribbon?
more.
No, you're not having any more herrings. That's it. No, you've had your lot.
It's no more Virgos, but no more herrings.
But there's loads of books, there's poems about it. It's a big thing. In Drogheda, the butcher boys assembled in a lane off West Street, tied dozens of herring to a long rope and dragged it through the streets. The chief rope puller, I know one of them, was a character named Jamie the Melt. And I know one of them. A brawny veteran of the Peninsular War. So yeah, there's an extensive history about this. In Dublin, after the flayed fish were dumped, the abattoir men changed their clothes to what one observer described as fantastic garments, and that sounds like a bit of us, and did not waste time celebrating, but went about seeking donations for loss of earnings during those lean 7 weeks. Sensible Dublin butchers.
7 weeks Lent.
7 weeks.
It's 40 days and 40 nights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
Up to your tits and herring. Okay, lads. On Rud is Inti of Easter. Cathal Leonard.
So Calvin Gulshay on is Inti Savleen, like this
Grow up.
like
You say this every
You
week.
do.
You're like
Everything.
Easter, or you're like Paddy's Day is the best time ever. My granddad's funeral is the best time ever.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, I'll let you go on. We'll let you.
no tá like na Tróna, like these other like the evenings are long, like Tán Law, like Dul Conchina, like the
Okay.
the
Sorry,
great
him trying to be an optimist. Oh, fuck off, Carl.
It's like, no, you know, in Miss Congeniality, what's your favourite date? And she's like, isn't it?
April 25th, because all you need is a light jacket.
Yeah.
That's my mom's birthday.
No, Tán Law, like Dul Conchina, so like that's the grand stretch is coming, like
Yeah.
championship is back on the telly, like
Yep.
summer's
Oh,
coming, like I don't know, there's just like bright evenings. You can like tá bealtanas ag chocks, like you're kind of booking summer holidays, different things like that. You can go for Thursday pints and just like it's summer. I think that's kind of the Easter that I love, not like the fucking bunnies or the pussies.
Yeah.
But like so Ternona, like it's
And you who'd never go for a Thursday pint in the winter.
Oh, I've actually never been.
Lad, he's going for his first ever Thursday pint this year. Wish him luck. But
Yeah, but not going to go like jazz, like just the long, even the weekends and stuff like that. Like they're not.
no, ain't him. Tasha on a jazz. Like it is like it's so nice to see that like kind of 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock time now that it's not
7.
like nighttime. Like
Yeah, like walking over here today, I was just like, totally
Mental health.
Like, yeah. That's another thing though. Like it's like
that actually just reminds me, right? This is such a off topic, but there was like there's a guy on TikTok. There was some charity football match on the other week, and there was like a guy there interviewing all the influencers that were doing it, right? And he was asking everyone, he was like, "And have you ever experienced mental health?"
No.
And right, and
I just think it's very important.
And you can imagine all the stock responses that you were getting from like, yeah, anyway. But it was just the fact that it wasn't like, have you ever struggled with your mental health, or have you ever had have you ever experienced mental health? It's just
Well, Aaron knows the
time
shit.
to see it, keep laughing.
Honestly, my mental health is on the rise.
Oh, we are so back.
And I know you did a TikTok on a Cúpa Seach na him, but tá frása eile agam tá fad bra leis an lá is there's a grand stretch in the evenings, or like there's a nice long in the day.
Top fag bra leis an lá, baby. We
Yeah.
are so back.
there's a big game coming.
There's a big
No, but
game
I
coming.
love it, honestly. Like I forget how depressed I get in the winter until
Yeah.
I
In the
come out of
winter.
it. in the cold winter.
I want to get out of bed before midday. I still don't, but I want to, and that's the most
on.
important part. I think.
that's growth.
Yeah. My favourite, I'm going to get very political now here on you, but I'm going to say Arya Machna Casca, baby. The Easter Rising, yes. And you know, we're going to look at it a little bit differently today, because an often erased and forgotten about part of the Rising are the Leacra Achacha, no queeros and no queer heroes, who played a crucial and often overlooked role in the 1916 Easter Rising. So there's lots of LGBT or LADTF, you nasty, individuals serving in leadership, medical
And we
common
mean
roles.
serving.
Oh, they were serving, honey, okay? There was key figures, so we're going to go through some of them now and give you some fun queer information, just so you know that queer people were always here and they were part of the formation
And
of
how
our
central
beautiful
they were.
country,
Yeah,
and how
formation
central they
of
were
the
as well.
state.
Hello, I'm coming to you live from the future. We interrupt this gay history lesson to make a slight correction on the next section. Keane interrupts me rudely to tell me that Catherine Lynch and Madeleine French Mullen are buried in the same plot in Glasnevin Cemetery. I'm like very confused
You have a
here.
stroke.
But actually, the gag is it was Elizabeth O'Farrell and Julia Grennan. Enjoy the next section. Mwah. So coming up first, we Dr. Kathleen Lynn and Madeleine French Mullen. Her name, it has 2 F's at the start of it, but I think it's still pronounced French. We're going to
It
find
is,
out. French Mullen. Partners who served together in the Irish Citizen Army. Lynn was a chief medical officer, while French Mullen was a lieutenant, both fighting at City Hall. Up the gals.
Up the women.
If you need someone to do something, get a lesbian to do it.
Yeah,
I've
up
always
them
said
and all.
that. I've always said that.
And they're actually, there's a really cute story. They were obviously like considered like long-term friends.
Yeah.
But like widely known that they were dating. They're buried in the same plot. They're buried together. It's so cute.
That's
Oh,
very
so
cute. It's so nice that they are buried together.
Close,
That's something
like,
that they
yeah.
like. You know, the amount of books and historical accounts of people that they're like, oh yeah, you know, he was never married, but you know, he lived with his best friend for 40 years, and they shared in
shared a bed.
in a 1-bedroom house.
And actually, so Aaron noticed show Riname like Taurus in Collins Barracks. Is that where Mother is?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Collins Barracks, Le Lynn Broad an area. It was like a queer walking tour of like the 1916 Rising and all the.
Yeah, that's a very cool. Collins Barracks in general is very cool.
But I was overwhelmed with how gay it was. I was
Yeah.
like, God, Irish history is really rampant.
Shout
with
out though
gays.
to the National Museum of Ireland, because they have been putting on, particularly there in the Art Museum, they do lots of really cool like costume institutes, and there was like a thing on drag in Ireland, there was one on queer history, and like they really integrate it. Like it's a really, really impressive piece. They also have the Dead Zoo there at the moment.
Oh, really?
Which is so fun. I brought B to see it, but you know, all the like the animals. But it's so cool. So next up we have Elizabeth O'Farrell and Julia Grennan. They were a lesbian couple who worked as couriers and nurses in the GPO. O'Farrell famously delivered the surrender order and was subsequently airbushed from history. So she was the one that delivered the surrender order for the Rising to the British.
like,
And
life
edited
with the-
out of the photo.
Yeah,
Isn't
she's
that
literally
ridiculous?
edited out of the photo. Like,
It's just like, oh, you can't even write these things.
yeah.
I don't know if that's probably not even like homophobic. That's probably sexism.
Yeah, a bit of both.
But they're all
Yeah.
interlinked.
Like an M-Shin, yeah.
Don't worry, they didn't hate you because you were a lesbian. They just hated you because you were a woman.
Yeah.
So Next up then, we have Sir Roger. Well, he was Sir Roger and then they took his Sir off him for obvious reasons. Roger Casement,
Yeah,
a key organiser who sought German aid for the rising, and his journals, known as the Black Diaries, revealed his homosexuality, making him a major gay icon of Irish history. Go on, Roger.
Yeah, is Scroll Céilsin or like bhí mé ag stadir like smells. I know it's a man skull. Like the story of him, like just like I don't know, they just smeared him like and were like didn't even give him like I don't know the correct like burial and stuff like that. And
he was he'd worked his way up through the kind of the British diplomat service.
But I think they knew Grouche Erich.
Oh yeah,
and then they switched on him.
Yeah, it was when he kind of he became very distrustful of imperialism as he rose up through the ranks of it, and then kind of ended up getting involved with the Republican side of things, and then they took his title away from him, and then they used his queerness, which was fine, and to be honest, above the like up in the upper echelons of British society, it's probably rampant anyway, but they used that against him then when they realised that it was something that they could stick to him.
Yeah, and then he was discredited and then obviously executed. And
Ní Queenlum on Tanavier, I must look it up, but there is also a trans man who was not as pivotal as these people in the like the war era, but they're like just people.
Is that Alfred Nobbs, isn't it? Is that the one that they made a film about? Glenn
He's
Close
British, but he moved here.
Yeah, that's Alfred Nobbs. They made a film about him. Glenn Close played.
Yes, excuse me.
Yeah,
but like. Just on that, what's so interesting about Roger Casement is he actually, because he thought these like 20,000 rifles that he was getting from Germany would help us win. But when they sank off Bannostrand and Kerry, he was trying to get back to Dublin to be like, don't do it, you're not going to win. But then he was subsequently arrested and executed. But it was just funny that he didn't think we could do it then, but he was trying so hard to do it.
Anyway.
This makes me so horny. Like I'm like,
I know,
because obviously we've talked about before, like Irishness and queerness that's like they're the two halves of my identity. So like having this history, which has been erased, attempted to be erased largely, is so validating that queer Irish people have been so Larnock a star in a Tira show.
I think it's nice because I think I always maintained that we gave up the British Army and took on the Catholic Church as our new overlords, and I think the Catholic Church were just as bad in erasing queer people and women from the history which we had fought so hard for, just alongside everybody else. So to see it come back now, and to see even the official, like the museums of Ireland and some of the most respected scholars in the country back all of this up, like this is all true and these are all facts, to see that, obviously we've known that queer people have existed since the dawn of time, but to have it there in black and white and to see them at the top of this this major moment in our history, I think is really cool.
Yeah, there's people trying to say that Roger Casement's diaries weren't actually his, but
ridiculous.
So many historians have
but this
proven this
is a common theme that, like you just said, is seen now. This like Glana Atach, which is queer erasure, and King Sinserucht. Like people are censoring queer people all the time, including now, and are saying like, oh, there's a rise in gay people. There isn't a rise in gay people. There's more gay people identifying outwardly because there's more community. And I think on Fechlach Shin or like visibility, Eshmanori, I'm just like, I'm just like, okay, if you were gay, be gay, because all these people that have fought so hard for you and for us shouldn't have died for nothing. Period. Like people are trying to silence us. This is when you are louder than ever, and fucking gay rights were not. The reason you can shift a fucking twink in the George is because trans women and drag queens and black people and loud, I'll be annoyed gay people fought for your rights. So ná Dane Darmaday, Leverdill.
Period.
And to all the queers that are having their voice silenced, it's obviously not us with 3 people on a hot mic every week. We would know nothing about queers being silenced, but we've heard it happen outside of this room.
This is the antithesis to that effort.
You better believe
it. The medium is the message with us. We are gay people living our lives, going anti.
In Gahiangach.
Gahiangach, yeah. Oh, bite my tongue there.
I've got 2 more before you.
Sorry, yeah, ladder. Just yup the gays.
Sorry, we were a sports podcast last week and we were a history podcast this week.
This is fucking.
I think we're gonna have to do a live cookery demo.
The first time I've been called verse in my life.
Ooh. So 2 more. Eva Gore Booth was an active trade unionist and suffragette. She was a poet and a lesbian activist who supported the nationalist movement, and she was the sister of Countess Markovich.
Oh, go on.
Baddie. And then finally,
Countess Markovich.
we have Margaret Skinner, was a Scottish-born school teacher who worked with the Irish Citizen Army as a combatant, sniper, and dispatch rider. And Keane's...
I'm like fizzing at the mouth.
Go on, Manor, tell us all about her.
Mags Skinner. Like I went into a deep dive, like ADHD hyperfixation in Ig on Taurus Arena May. So yeah, she was born St Alban, a mathematician, but Gobunasuk Vichy Marquid and Cumin man, and she was such a good shooter that Countess Markovich basically was like, please come over here and help us. Like what did I? Oh yeah, and she used to help like smuggle all she fuse in a booma, like bomb materials and fuses across the country in her hats.
Slay.
Like cunt.
We love a reveal.
Yeah,
And like she
reveal.
also like basically demanded to be part of like the fighting forces in Iria Machnacoska. So as a sniper, whereas typically all the women were kind of funneled into the medicinal and nursing side,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
also valid and really
Yeah.
helpful. And a lot of the women you've already mentioned were really
pivotal in that.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like she was like one of the key people fighting, and she was also I think one of the most fatally injured women, like soldiers, I guess.
Yeah.
She survived. And then long story short, she became a maths teacher again in Lough Lea. But she was married to Nora O'Keefe for like 40 years. I had to write this down because I didn't really know Nora that well. 40 years. They shared their life and home together. She was a revolutionary as well, feminist, coming to man organizer.
Yeah.
And while all of their peers and like everyone that they fought with recognized them as a couple, society basically forced them into the box of companions. And when O'Keefe died in 1961, she was completely omitted from like the obituary, the funeral. So like they'd been together for 40 years and she was completely erased from her wife's
Off, isn't it?
history. So now this is the queer pettiness we love. Mags paid for her own memorial notice every year in the Irish Independent until she died, basically being like, oh yeah, like RIP Nora O'Keefe, missed by her wife.
Oh my God.
Margaret Skinner.
Like,
And she's buried, Margaret Skinner is buried in Glasnevin Cemetery next to Constance
okay.
Markovich.
oh,
That is so
That is
cool.
era-
I'm
isn't
like,
it?
yeah.
I love that, like going against the grain and being like, I like gay people that are like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to be silenced. And that was what I was trying to stutter out earlier.
Yeah.
But like,
Sorry.
Isn't that
Mag
so
Skinner,
iconic? I'm
bad
fucking-
bitch.
Yeah,
Let's
Van
go.
Marine.
Get her on the pod.
hero.
Like, what a queen.
no, yeah. But I love, like, she was smuggling bombs into the country to help. Like, ironically also, she trained in the UK. She built up her skills as a shooter in the UK and then fought for Irish independence with
Yeah.
those skills. Like, fuck the Brits.
Let's go.
Fuck the Brits. Is this my camera? Fuck the Brits.
Okay, lads, it is time to give our...
You okay, lads?
Yeah.
It's like Pink Panthers on the red carpet.
Right, Oster Bronham Lannert.
Let me just get myself ready again. No, kidding. So if you can give our listeners our beautiful ish story, 5 focal to succeed with An Cháisc, what would it be called?
Well, mine is from my childhood near Bhí Meg Fosnies. Not poke on cross. Don't kiss that
Don't kiss the
fucking
cross.
cross, lads.
What would you kiss instead?
A 32-year-old ginger from Galway.
Oh my God, hard lunch and stuff.
Oh, that's a nice little breadcrumb.
Oh, hello. And we didn't even drop that on the bonus. God, you are getting spoiled this week. There was no Easter eggs, but there was a little bit of...
Yeah, but it's fucking death.
Oh my God,
That's
Easter egg. That's funny.
oh yeah. No, it's Ufasok. Don't be kissing that grass, and don't them women who are standing there holding it. Don't kiss them either.
Oh, yeah. No,
They
hell
have no teeth.
Go on, Cian. What have you got for me?
To count on, so I've kind of turned a new twist on a classic Shanachal. So normally it's at Neater, Cara, Igruton, a friend is recognised in hardship.
Yeah.
But considering, Judas fucked over Jesus, all the kind of queer heroes were fucked over after their contribution to Ireland. At Neater, Nahar Niva, Igruton. Like a toxic snake is recognised in hardship. Because while your true friends will stand beside you in hardship, you'll also expose the fucking rat bags.
It's Crawler Mission. Oh my God.
And if you want to hear about some of those people in more detail, tune into XXL this Friday.
Oh, honey, I'm ready to go.
And then I'm going to finish up with Nach Hayes Tuhain. Don't crucify yourself. This goes out to the people of the Philippines. Go away with that. Just have an little chocolate egg for yourself and stop on. That's just not cute. Don't be doing that.
Go to a drag show.
Yeah, yes.
Which is actually quite good in the Philippines.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah, stunning. There's like, and they're like, I feel like I've never met a Philippine person that can't dance and sing.
And sing, yeah.
They're the most talented
I
nation
love them
on
TikToks
earth.
of the men walking up.
Yeah, slay. Okay, lads, that's it. Sinead for this week's ep of Galen. Banach Dean na Cháisc Urv. Have a great Easter. Nada and Darmid, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Galen Podcast. Don't forget to head over and say hello. We fucking love attention. You know it. Even more than
Give us
Kingdom
5
Chocolate.
stars.
Grimil Magwit for listening and toss you again. Grinch Tanavas. Agus fecka mit Shiv and Talking Shakun on headstiffpodcast.com. I said that wrong, did I? Headstiff. Oh, honey, is it
He
stiff?
said 5 stars and I got stiff.
Ooh, headstuffpodcast.com, please. No, Cabeat Ein Shiv, Work, Gwij, Pod, Crailty. P.S. Don't forget our bulging bonus Galen XXL drops every Friday for Headstuff Plus subscribers too.
This show is part of the Headstuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Headstuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Galen is brought to you by Man to Man. Thanks for listening.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return.
But I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.